And we're back. Hot Toys dropped some more heat super early this morning, so I've got my coffee here. I'm ready to talk about this thing. We already knew it was coming, but it's still amazing. And it's freaking Hera Syndulla. Dude, I mean, just the unbelievable head sculpts they're giving us for these female figures recently. I mean, just can't wait to see them in person next year sometime whenever they actually release. But here we go. We've got Hera Syndulla from Ahsoka, also from Rebels Season 5. That's what I like to call it. But here we go. This head sculpt, I mean, let's just take a minute to appreciate what masterpiece they have created here. I mean, the eye color is beautiful. The skin texture, the likeness is on point. It is, I mean, they nailed it. I mean, nailed it. Again, I mean, the Sabine might be one of the best female head sculpts I've ever seen, honestly, but this one's up there. It's up there as well. So whoever they've got working on this, I can imagine it's JC Hong. I mean, well done, man. Kudos to you guys. You guys are knocking it out of the park. So here we go. And I made a comment on this figure when they previewed it, a couple weeks ago with Chopper, about the proportions of this, because I felt the proportions on the Ahsoka figure, the Rosario Dawson figure, were just on point. This one, we're going to see some more photos of this thing, but it looks all right. It looks all right. I'm not sure it's as good, but I think it's certainly workable, and I definitely want to see those boots. I imagine they're single-piece boots. We'll get into that a little bit, but the tailoring is on point. I have no complaints about that whatsoever, and I mean, this isn't going to be a dynamic posing figure. This is going to be one of those, slight action poses. But, and to be fair, she kind of stood around a lot. She didn't do a whole lot of fighting in the show, but in Rebels, she did. So, I don't know. We get this jacket, and this little bomber-style jacket. Looks pretty cool. It is pleather. I will show you confirmation of that in a little bit. But and one thing I have noticed, at least in this photo, I want to take a look at this photo. Look at the lighting, the way the light's bouncing off her face versus the neck. I think that's one thing we kind of want to tweak that just a little bit. The neck's a little too shiny for me, just based on here. And it's probably because the texture on the face is diffusing and bouncing that light in different directions, and there's not as much texture going on the neck, so it's more of a flat silicone-ish, rubberish material. So the light's bouncing straight back instead of being, bounced all over the place like these dimples and stuff on the skin texture. So that's probably what's going on there, but the color match looks pretty good. I really don't have too much complaint about that. The leku in the back, or the tails, I guess, in the back, that looks pretty good too. The eye color is on point. The red on the lips, that looks fantastic. And then we've got the tailoring, which Hot Toys always does a good job with tailoring. Really don't have too much of a complaint with that. But we do have this bomber-style jacket with a lot of stitching going on, some orange pants. You got a gun belt and holster. I mean, this looks the bee's knees, as Jack Black in School of Rock would say. There she is with Chopper, looking good. No complaints about that. We are going to have separate rolling eyeballs. That's cool. So I'm going to imagine it's going to be a very similar, like we saw with Ahsoka, where the face plate's going to come off. The whole face plate's going to come off, and then the joysticks are going to be behind the eyes on that. That's going to be my guess on this. There's only seam I can really see on this, so I imagine that's how this is going to go, which is fine. However they want to do it, it's fine with me. But at least we know we're going to have movement on the neck. It's not going to be a fixed, head neck situation. I know some people like that for realism, but me personally, I like having the mobility of having that neck joint to move around and just have a little bit more realism going on. But yeah, she looks good. That's a little bit of an awkward pose, which is fine. Again, she's not going to be crazy dynamic. These boots, they look like single piece boots to me. That's what they look like, even though I know there's a thing there. There's a line to some stitch, but they look like single piece boots, at least so far. We might find out as much. We'll see. Don't know. Yeah. That's a weird pose too. It's not a weird pose. It's a weird hand. This hand's weird. Like if you're gonna stand like that, this use of this particular hand, not so much. It's two fists would have made a little bit more sense. in my opinion. But that's, I'm nitpicking. What can I tell you? Obviously, I'm going to be getting this. She's going to get her blaster. I mean, you can't get past the head sculpt, guys. It is freaking unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, what can I say? It looks good. I must have it. Need it. Want it. Got to get it. Definitely will get it. Definitely will leave the jacket on. Look at that. She's more bad. Yeah, the jacket's definitely staying on. She's too skinny there, right? Look at that. More badass, too skinny. I get why they showed it because you can take the jacket off, but yeah, there's no way I would display her with the jacket off. Man, let's just can we just zoom in one more time? Damn. That's between her and Sabine, crazy. All right, so embroidered jacket. Kind of dig that. Nice. I mean, it's nothing to write home about, but it's cool. They wanted to show it to us. We got a little satchel. We got our gun holster, which is going to be pleather. Both of them are going to be pleather, and they're not going to be real leather. They're eventually going to flake, depending on your environment, and humidity, and whatever. And I think this is going to be the meme shot, I guess, if you will. I see what you did there, blogger, hot toy guy. I see what you did. Just saying. Here we go. Here's everything you get. Get a bunch of hands. Going to get a detonator. Got her little search thing going on. I forget the name of that stupid thing, but that thing. And then the separate only eyeball. It looks great. Should be an inexpensive figure. I don't imagine it'd be too terribly expensive. But I do want to bounce over if I can and take a look at something I told you guys earlier. Let's go ahead and take a look at. Now this is the Hot Toys Secret Base page on Facebook, and I saw the official the English version, I guess, of Hot Toys than one you guys are mostly looking at. This has more information on it most of the time. So here we go. We'll kind of scroll down, and I've used the ye old Facebook translation thing going on to get an idea of because I can't read Chinese, so there's that. But anyways, in here, her name is Hera Syndulla. Well, that's according to translation. Now, I don't imagine that's very accurate, but you get the idea. But that's not really what we're here to see. What I wanted to see is they actually had more of a description of the figure in here than they had on the English site. So I kind of wanted to go in here and show you guys this. And where was it? So 28 active joints, cool. The skin color set to green. Head carving is parts more carefully shaped facial outline. Long pair of double head and tail leku, great. Okay, this is wear a pilot hood and goggles with imitation leather texture. There's that. And then a pilot jacket with imitation leather texture. Collar details and black boots. So there's that. So no real leather on this. They're flat out saying it's pleather material, rubbery stuff. And that's okay. I mean, I'm not, I would prefer Hot Toys step up their game on material and if they bump the figure price a little bit to give us leather, I think everybody would be in favor of that versus having the potential of, flaking down the road, depending on your environment, climate. But here we go. This is booking price with member discount is $15.90. So, and that's Hong Kong dollars. Which is about $203 US. So I imagine she's going to come in stateside in the $240, $250 range, somewhere in that ballpark. And that's just going to be my thoughts on this. But she, unbelievable figure. Can't wait to add her to the collection. I am super excited about it. Love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts? Will you be getting her? And tell me, are you just going to get the whole line? Chopper, hopefully another Ahsoka. We'll see her Ahsoka the White. And we'll see. But as always, click what you like. See you next time.